Fantasound. Fantasound, since it was going to be a concert film, Walt had a vision to put the audience in the middle of the music. And what would be required, and I think they only did it in 2 theaters, I think they did Carthay Circle, I did a theater in New York, they put speakers all around the theater, which cost a tremendous amount of money, even in its day. I think it was $100,000 to outfit a theater. And they had to mic the orchestra using a lot of isolated microphones, I think 30 microphones. I don't know the specifics, I don't remember them, but this was essentially what the concept was. And I remember when I was talking to my sound people and to my composer, John Debney, I said, wouldn't it be cool to explore what Fantasound would be now? Because it only worked in 2 theaters and only for the 1 film. I think it was something he thought you'd use in perpetuity, but it was something that was abandoned rather quickly. And the sound engineer said, well, Atmos sound has that many speakers all around the theater. You use it for sound effects. There's no reason you couldn't use it for music. And so I talked to John Debney about, and he's a Disney guy. He grew up on the Disney lot. He knew Walt. He hung out with the Sherman Brothers when he was a little kid. So he breathes Disney. He knows the culture. And he really leapt at the opportunity. And so when we were miking the orchestra, we isolated instruments when we could. And in the sound mix, Laura Hirschberg, who's our music mixer, we tasked her in the Atmos mix with creating a Fantasound mix. So if you go to see the film, certainly in Atmos, perhaps, I'm not sure in 7.1 how it works, but specifically for Atmos, you will feel that there are instruments that move around the theater, especially isolated instruments like the flute as Mowgli's running. So if you ever see it in a Dolby cinema, you'll experience a version of what we were trying to channel, which was Walt's vision for this. Once again, that is one of dozens of little opportunities we were looking for to somehow tie back into the legacy. There are visual cues in the film that, as time goes on and people get more familiar with it, you'll start to notice bits of Dumbo in there. Looking at the Monstro chase and Pinocchio inspired some of the King Louis stuff. And certainly from Jungle Book, you'll see a lot of shots that are pulled from one film into the next. But to me, that's part of the fun of this. It's really just embracing the opportunity and the emotional connection that we have from growing up with these films and seeing how much of it we could, just knead back into the dough of the film. And Fantasound was one thing I had wanted to do. Just for a moment like this, just to be able to have an excuse to talk about what Walt was going for, and for people who are fans who appreciate that we're trying to fulfill, as they do with the parks, as the parks always change and grow, the movies should too.